she was the other person there yesterday, and it's not Jax either. I mean, it could be Lucy's, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're gonna go back like. That's fine.
You know what? Check, check, 1 2 1 2. I can hear myself. It's all good? Yeah, you're just checking the headphones. Hey, Carrie, can you help us with the snow? Is this the snow?
Yeah, it is snow. Which is actually.
Who's gonna do the? Is that gonna be you for the
That's
first one?
Laura.
Laura. Okay.
I went ahead and cut the top off so that it's easy to access.
Okay. Can you hand it to me real quick? So we should be able to just pass it down and each take a hit. It might be the lanterns. It might be all the fire everywhere.
Yeah, it's
Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Brazos Valley and our Madness Winter Solstice celebration. Woo! Many things will be unusual today, but some things will not be unusual. So the first thing is going to happen, we're going to sing a song, God Rest Ye Merry Pagan Folk, and Andrew and I are going to play guitar for you, and we're going to sing a song and get in the mood. And then everybody just look at the fire for a minute, and then we'll light the chalice, and we'll do the affirmation, and then our plays will begin. God rest ye merry pagan folk, let nothing you dismay. Remember that the sun returns upon the solstice day. The growing dark is ending now, and spring is on its way. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. The winter's worst still lies ahead, fierce tempest, snow and rain. Beneath the blanket on the ground, a spark of life remains. The sun's warm rays caress the seas and raise like songs again. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Within the blessed apple lies the promise of the Queen, and from this pentacle shall rise the orchard fresh and green. The earth shall blossom once again, the air be sweet and clean. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. One more time on the chorus. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. And I believe that Aisling is going to help me light the chalice and the menorah. It is the 8th day of Hanukkah. Please say our chalice lighting with words. Do we have those? Excellent. I'm so happy. I can't see them. You all say it.
Have a Unitarian Universalist faith as a beacon of hope for all who seek justice, dignity, and compassion, and in celebration of the life of truth and being we share together.
And now our affirmation, please. The spirit of this church and service is its gift. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. If you are a person who likes to sit on the floor and you want to sit closer to the fireplace, you are welcome to come. If you made a lantern last week then we have those for you as well that you can have by where you're sitting. But everybody come sit close so you can see the story. Anybody else want to sit up front? You don't have to be small. You can be large. Everybody good?
Comfy cozy.
Can everybody see okay? Just stare into the fire. This is a time of rest. Welcome to the threshold between sun and shadow. The stillest moment of the year when night reaches its deepest length and the world holds its breath. Tonight will be the winter solstice, the longest night and shortest day of the year. Here at the darkest hour we gather, not in fear of the night, but in reverence for its wisdom.
In the old ways, the solstice is a sacred pause. The earth sleeps beneath frost and snow, when seeds rest in hidden depths and spirits walk close to our world.
It is the time of the Kaliak, the ancient winter hag, a keeper of endings, a guardian of silence, a weaver of stories, and a teacher of deep, deep rest.
It is the tale of the oak and holly kings. Their battle and struggle builds the balance of our lives.
Let us listen, tell tales, feast, and rest. Blessed be, may it be so. Let the stories begin. Long before calendars and clocks, there was a time when the seasons were held in the hands of an ancient one. The people say, we remember the old stories.
She was the Kaliak.
Some called her the Hag of Winter.
Some called her the old woman of the mountains.
Sometimes she appears blue with one eye, or as an owl. She is an ancient one with many names. She is called the Kaliak from the Old Irish, for veiled one or old woman.
Some said she was called Kali or Mother Holly.
Some called her the veiled one because no one ever saw her whole face at once.
The Kaliak, the old woman of winter, the shaper of stone, the keeper of the dark half of the year. And the people all say, we honor the wisdom of winter. She was ancient when the world was young. She was stone and snow, wind and bone, frost and memory. Every year as the light begins to wane, the Kaliak wakes. And when autumn last leaves fall, the Kaliak steps out from the hills. She carries a great cloak, woven of cloud and cold. And when she shakes it, snow falls upon the ground. Kaliak, make winter begin. Some fear her, calling her cruel, but the Kaliak does not destroy life. She protects it through stillness. She teaches the trees to let go. She teaches the animals to wait. She teaches the people to gather close. And the people all say, there is wisdom in waiting.
She rules the dark half of the year, not as a tyrant, but as a force as old as breath. She does not hate life. She tests it. She strips the trees bare so they may remember their strength. She stills the fields so that the soil can rest. She calls animals into their dens and burrows.
To the humans who feared her, she seems cruel. To the earth, she is necessary. All through the long nights, she guards the land. Storm after storm come at her bidding. Rivers slow, hills sleep. Seeds lay hidden beneath the frost. The Kaliak knows this truth. Nothing rules forever, not even winter.
As the weeks pass and the darkness deepens, she can feel something shift. It is subtle. At first, a thinning of the night, a hesitation in the wind. The sun, though weak, is no longer retreating as quickly. The world is turning.
All through the long night, she guards the land. Storm after storm passes beneath her cloak. Yet even the Kaliak knows the truth. No darkness lasts forever. And the people say, the light is not lost.
And then comes the longest night, the winter solstice, the night when the dark can grow no deeper, the night when hope is at its quietest. The Kaliak climbs to the highest ridge and looks down upon the small fires glowing below.
And the people say, we tend the flame.
Below her, people huddle around small fires. They light candles. They whisper stories. They hope. The Kaliak looks down and listens. She hears their fear, but she also hears their courage. She hears their lullaby sung in dark houses. She hears their prayers, not for escape, but for endurance. And she smiles.
A spark of light is born, fragile and small, but unstoppable. The Kaliak does not vanish in defeat. She chooses to step back. Even in the deepest cold, life is not gone. It is waiting. Before she leaves, the Kaliak scatters her final gift. She drops stones across the land, markers of memory. Maybe you've seen them, Stonehenge. She whispers to the mountains, the rivers, to the seeds beneath the snow.
Remember this time. Remember how to endure. Remember how to begin again. We must not fear the dark, but honor it. And then she wraps herself in her cloak and she fades back into the hills.
The Kaliak reminds us that rest is holy, that endings are not failures, and that hope does not blaze, it glows. And the people all say, the wheel turns, hope glows, the light will return.
Our second story comes from Iceland. In Iceland, there lives a troll giantess named Gryla. She's very fierce and very, very large, and she lives with her 13 troublemaking troll sons called the Yule Lads, and a giant, giant cat called the Yule Cat, who is fond of eating those who don't wear their new Christmas clothes. Gryla and the Yule Cat and the Yule Kitten keep all the villagers and Yule Lads in line and only come down from the mountains at Yule time every winter. Sometimes they bring presents and play pranks all over the holiday season. So let's act it out. What do y'all think? Shall we act it out? Excellent. Okay, so who wants to be in a play? It doesn't matter how old you are, you can be in the play. Okay, everybody know what to do? All right. Let's go. So who's coming down the mountains? Excellent. And what do they bring?
Okay. Y'all ready? Mischief is about to begin. In the dark days of winter, when the sun hangs low in the sky and strange visitors come down from the mountains of Iceland, who's coming down from the mountain? Okay. This is Stubby. Step forward. This is Spoonlicker. Spoonlicker, step forward.
They're under the chairs.
Spin like
This is Door Slammer.
I slam doors! That's door slammer.
This is
Hold on one second. Just wait 1 second today, because they're still talking.
This is Hotlegger.
I lit pots. Run, 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 run. Run, run.
This is Bowl Stealer.
Go, bring the bowls back to me.
Candlebagger.
I am
You lads, stop! Come here this instant.
And all the you lads, their mother has shown up. And your mother would like to see you right now.
What kind of trouble are you boys causing?
Meow. Did you even try? Did you try to be good?
What can save the day? Kindness. Kindness. All right. Gryla. Hold on. Yeah, treats are on the way.
They'll pass them out to the audience.
Can I go in the You absolutely can go.
Here's some more treats. Take some treats around to everybody. Go give treats to Stubby.
Debbie, take some treats.
Stubby, take the people treats. So you get your mom's not mad at you. I promise you, you're going to get all the treats you want.
Now that is what I call good mischief. Come on, boys. Come on, Yule Cat and Yule Kitten. Let's go back to the mountains for another year.
Happy Yule and welcome the light. Ta-da!
Now we're going to sing Deck the Halls, which is number 235 in the Gray Hymnal. That is the very one where go up one more. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la, la la la. Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la, la 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 la.
We now gay apparel,
Fa la 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 la. Toll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the heart and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While we trail a Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la. Fast away the old year past, fa la 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 la. Lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la 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 la. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, we need the offering plate.
Do we have the, so I remember the organizations? All right.
Andrew, do you have a guitar pick?
Now let an offering be taken. We don't have the script today, so I'm winging this part. But with the proceeds of our donations for our collection plate, we donate to 4 organizations that we vote with every year. This year it's Brazos Valley Blessings, Interfaith Immigration Network, Tiny Hope Village, Pride Center. So those are the 4 organizations. We vote every May at our congregational meeting on what organizations we donate to every year. And right now, for the offering song this week, Kiya is going to sing Christians and the Pagans.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having Solstice, now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. She watched her son hang candy canes all made with red dye number 3. She told her niece, it's Christmas Eve. I know our life is not your style. She says, Christmas is like solstice, and we miss you, and we've been a while. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able. And just before the meal was served, hands were held and prayers were said, sending hope for peace on earth to all the gods and goddesses. The food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch, till Timmy turned to Amber and said, is it true that you're a witch? Her mom jumped up and said, the pies are burning, and she hit the kitchen. And it was Jane who spoke, who said, it's true, your cousin's not a Christian. But we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world we share. And you find magic from your God, and we find magic everywhere. And the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning. 'Cause now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning. When Amber tried to do the dishes, her aunt said, really, no, don't bother. Amber's uncle saw how Amber looked like Tim and like her father. And he thought about his brother, how they hadn't spoken in a year. He thought he might call him up and say it's Christmas and your daughter's here. He thought of fathers, sons, and brothers, saw his hometown. Can I be a pagan? We'll discuss it when they leave. And the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able, lighting trees, learning the ways from the old, from the cold.
Thank you so much for your offerings, and may your generosity return to you tenfold. Now we will have another minute for everyone to sit and rest and reflect on the fire and the silence as we go to our third and final play.
As the wheel of the year turns, the winter solstice emerges as a profound moment of transition, symbolizing the ancient cycles that have guided humankind for millennia. Among the most captivating myths tied to the turning point is the story of the Oak and Holly King, two mighty rulers whose eternal struggle marks the changing seasons and the shifting balance between light and darkness.
Long ago, before men or seasons, two brothers were born. One brother was radiant, and everywhere he went bloomed with life. He wore the crown of oak, a tree known for its strength, beauty, and noble presence.
His brother, while equally as cheery, knew that every light needed dark, and so with him came the darkness and slumber. Trees would lose their leaves in preparation for his cold spells, and the animals would hide away in the warmth of their burrows and dens. He took for his crown the evergreen holly.
Both brothers ruled in harmony, although they did quarrel from time to time about the need for more light or more darkness. No one knows what caused their big rift. Some say it was a goddess that loved them both. Others say the creation and rise of humans drove the brothers to quarrel. Whatever the reason, each day the brothers overstepped, testing the bounds of their range. Men loved the bright, sunny days and longed to stay in the court of the Oak King. They lent their support to the Oak King, and he grew more powerful. He was their green man of the woods. The Holly King, unsupported and alone, fled the lands for some time, and the world thrived in unbroken summer.
Over time, the people grew weary without death and darkness. The plants whose bloom had once been celebrated were now commonplace. The eternal cycle of life and death was broken. The Oak King was weak without rest.
The Holly King watched from afar until one fateful day he returned. The two brothers fought a deadly battle for the crown. Tired and spent from keeping the world green, the Oak King fell, and his crown passed on to the Holly King, who made quick work bringing steady death and decay to the lands as he blanketed the world in snow. The days grew shorter, so the people and animals were finally able to rest.
All the trees lost their leaves and were barren except the pine and holly trees, which reigned supreme. Some say the Holly King did not actually kill the Oak King, and the Holly King brother just put him to rest. Battle was a plot between them to ensure the changing of the seasons without meddling from humans. Either way, during the winter solstice or Yule, the Holly King was at the height of his power. He was surprised to see his brother alive and well. The Oak King had risen.
Oh.
It's exciting.
The Holly King was defeated, and the Oak King went to work bringing spring and life back to the world.
Each year, when the other was at its strongest, the Oak King or the Holly King would emerge to battle for the crown. You might be asking yourself, why would they choose the night when the other was at his best to battle? Surely the Oak King would be defeated at Yule when he was at his weakest, and the Holly King during midsummer. But despite being at the height of their power, their death indicates the beginning of their failing strength and that it is time for a new king. And so the wheel of the year is half dark and half light. For half the year, the Oak King brings life and fertility to the world before losing the battle to the Holly King.
The story of the Oak and Holly Kings is rooted in British and Celtic folklore, though its exact origins remain mysterious. Over time, modern pagan traditions have embraced the smith as a way to conceptualize the seasonal shifts. At its heart, the tale represents two kings, either brothers or simply counterparts, who govern the earth in alternating halves of the year. Their battle is not a clash of good versus evil, but rather a cyclical dance that mirrors nature's rhythms. Each reign serves a sacred purpose, ensuring the earth's abundance and maintaining the balance of light and dark.
Yeah! Well done.
William, bring your rounded drum and your long flute, Robin, come and be merry while you play. Tooraloo, patta patta pan. Come be merry while you play. Let us make our solstice day. In the men of olden days to the son of sons gave praise. On the flute and drum did play. Tooraloo, patta patta pan. On the flute and drum did play till their hearts could be glad to hear. Sun and earth have now become more in tune than flute and drum. So be merry while you play. Tooraloo, patta patta pan. So be merry while you play. Let us make our solstice day.
Now it is time to extinguish the chalice. The word should be up on the screen, I hope. This chalice, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we gather together again.
We are going to have such a feast today. There we go. I want to welcome everybody here who's a guest. This is not our normal way of having church, but this is a very cool way of having church. And we're very excited about our feast, and we want everybody to join us. The UUWF is also having a feast today in the chapel, and we'll get that ready for you all. That is all. And now will you sing the benediction with me, please? Remember the way of the wind, and breathe and blow. Remember the way of the fire, and sparkle and glitter and glow. Remember the way of the water, and ebb and flow. Remember the way of the earth, and grow. Go in peace and go in feast.